Now, before we join the hitman, it's time for some more news headlines from ITN.
The superpowers say they've sorted out all their major differences on the reduction of long-range nuclear missiles. In Moscow, the American Secretary of State James Baker said he was optimistic that the summit in Washington at the end of the month would be productive.
Obstacles remain. Soviet negotiators will fly to Washington for more talks next week. But a treaty on chemical weapons is complete and a deal on long-range missiles, START, is near.
On START, of course, as you know, our goal has been to reach agreement on the major substantive issues by the time of the summit, and we're in a position now, I think, to do so.
Soviet Foreign Minister Eduard Shevardnadze said he was confident a treaty could be signed by the end of the year.
London has been picked to house the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It's to be headed by a Frenchman, Jacques Attali, special advisor to President Mitterrand. The bank is expected to go to London Docklands and could employ several hundred people. London was chosen by a big majority of votes, ahead of Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Vienna and Prague. The Netherlands and Belgium are said to be furious about what they see as a behind-the-scenes deal by the big powers. The bank is to help revive the economies of Eastern Europe. Experts will start drafting the rules later today. Detectives investigating the murder of British student teacher Joanna Parish at Auxerre in France think her killer may have asked about English lessons. This newspaper has given police their only lead. Joanna, who was 20, had advertised offering tuition to raise money for a holiday. She was last seen with a man who'd replied. Her naked body was found on a riverbank by a fisherman. She'd been strangled. Two opinion polls suggest that the government hasn't calmed public fears about BSE, or mad cow disease. NOP for The Independent on Sunday found that just over a quarter, 26% of adults, had stopped eating British beef. A Gallup survey for the Sunday Telegraph found that 40% had stopped eating it or were considering eating less. 47% were very or quite worried about the possible spread of BSE to humans. We'll have more news for you later.